I'm Kelly Echols, founder of LeVanta Tech. This is our story. Before I tell you about myself, I want to explain why I started LeVanta Tech. I realized that there was a significant opportunity in the offshore wind industry. A need existed for a drone that could float stably on the ocean, collect data, and then fly at high speed on demand. We could do everything from enable affordable real-time data collection to perform a number of defense missions. So it was time to launch LeVanta Tech. My background as a chemical engineer, I was a problem solver. I was also an IP attorney. I had worked with startups for nearly 20 years. In fact, I was in one of the most saturated IP markets in the country, Salt Lake City, the highest per capita number of patent attorneys, second only to Washington, D.C. I had built a successful practice there, and I knew that I could do the same thing in the maritime industry. However, I needed experts. I had the great fortune of connecting with Rhonda Moniz. She became my first co-founder. Rhonda has nearly 30 years experience in the maritime technology space as a deep sea diver, ROV pilot, and now as president of the board of Niracus, on the board of IUS, and she helped stand up the technology committee of RWSC, the Regional Wildlife Science Collaborative for Offshore Wind. She wrote the technology chapter of their science plan. These organizations are at the very center of U.S. offshore wind development. And Rhonda brought in a colleague, Toby Stapleton, who runs the Blue Innovation Symposium, the largest blue technology conference in New England. Rhonda and Toby had been business colleagues for many years. The offshore wind focus led me to connections with NYSERDA in New York State. NYSERDA gave us an entrepreneur in residence, Joe Dixon. Joe has 30 plus years experience with multiple startups and multiple successful exits. After the completion of his NYSERDA contract, Joe wanted to stay with the team. I realized in addition to offshore wind expertise, we needed defense expertise. I brought on Guillaume Udeline to our board. He has 17 years experience as a naval surface warfare officer in the French Navy, the business development director for Echols, a subsea company. He's been a great addition to our team. John Smith is a retired Navy drone pilot. He was involved in several drone test programs for the U.S. Navy. Dave Markert has joined our team, former F-14 pilot, Top Gun instructor, head of global ONR out of London. ONR is the U.S. Navy Office of Naval Research, the key organization through which research dollars flow for the U.S. Navy. On the technical side, we have Johnny Dew, 30 plus years of aircraft design experience. He's been a great sounding board as we work through the design of our first float and fly drone. We also have Peter McCarthy, systems engineer, and Randall Peterson, design engineer. David Fisicella is a science advisor for us. He's the manager of shipboard science services for the world-renowned Woods Hole Oceanographic Institute. Our team includes Janu Sila of Estonia, project manager and marketing lead. Arina Chelensiba comes out of the eVTOL drone industry. She's a fundraising advisor for us. We here at LeVanta Tech are very excited for the future. There's a great opportunity in front of us. You've met our core team. We've also had a great partner in ELSA Industry, who's built our first prototype. We're on track to begin demonstrations in Q2 2024. This is an exciting time for LeVanta Tech. Don't miss out. Come join us.